bringing us the best side dishes. We have them on the table, but we're going to come over here and show you what it's all about. There are 4 2-pound trays of the best side dishes ever. Pay attention. If you've ordered these before, we'd love to talk to you. Our testimonial line is open at 1-800-395-1601. They're $56.50, 3 easy payments today of $18.83. This is the December food of the month, and starting with the best gourmet mac and cheese.
The price of admission right here. So I'm going to go through all 4 real quick, and then we're going to dive in.
Then we'll dive in.
So I've got this 4-cheese gourmet mac and cheese. It's made with 4 different cheeses. It is delicious, cheesy, ooey gooey.
Look at that.
Look how creamy that is.
And all I have to do is heat it up.
Exactly, because we've done all the work for you. We've gotten all the ingredients for you.
Come in right there.
Just take a bite out of the pan. This is how we do it in my
Look
house
at that
too.
cheese.
You got to have the bites before you actually have dinner, right?
Oh. So good. Okay, that's the first.
Right. So then moving right next door here, this is my grandmother Ruth's recipe for sweet potato casserole with a Dutch crust topping. You see all of that beautiful brown sugar.
I should get a plate and do this properly, I guess.
And look at all those delicious, fresh sweet potatoes. We always start with fresh sweet potatoes.
And I've told you this before, I've never been a sweet potato guy until you came along.
Yes.
Because this tastes like dessert. It is so good.
And you know what? This will convert your sweet potato haters to sweet potato lovers.
And sweet potatoes are something good for us.
Right.
There we go. That's the second one. You get all of this. 4 2-pound servings of each. 2-pound servings of each.
Right.
This is heavenly.
8 pounds of food. That's a lot. So this is our broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole. You see how cheesy and delicious that is? Huge broccoli florets in there.
I know. I
and
love that.
We cook it to where it's perfect. So when you get it at home and bake it in your oven, the broccoli is still tender, but it still has a little bit of a bite to it. It's not mushy. It's not falling apart. It's just perfect. Especially, this is my favorite, just to keep in my freezer for a weeknight meal.
Oh,
you know, with the Corky's chicken wings. That'd be perfect.
I'm a happy man. I'm so happy right now. Okay, and then there's one more.
And then we have one more. And speaking of chicken wings, I'm going to serve the cornbread dressing with the chicken wings right here.
I can't emphasize enough how good these are, how even better than home cooked it is, and no one will know that you didn't do any work.
Exactly. And these, I mean, think about it. Think about all the ingredients. You see all the celery and the onions that you have in here, the cornbread, the buttermilk, the chicken broth. And then you have to do all the work. You have to chop the vegetables, and we make it so easy.
Could you put a little bit on my plate?
Absolutely.
And I've never seen, you know, a southern cornbread dressing that's so good. You know, usually dressing's dry.
Exactly.
And you ever go to your mother-in-law's house and you're like, oh, okay, thank you. This is delicious.
Right.
So if you're a mother-in-law, make sure that everybody's gonna love it. I love my mother-in-law.
Hope she's not watching.
I'm going on record right now. I do.
You are in so much trouble.
I'm in so much trouble. Yeah. I might be sleeping in the studio tonight. Oh, that's so good.
Oh my goodness.
But really, okay, so back to the mac and cheese. Let's take a deeper dive. As a lot of people are dialing in, do you realize this is your holiday meal?
Right.
You can put this with the salmon from Anderson Seafood. You can put it with the wings from Jimmy from Corky's.
Yes.
With our Kansas City Prime. But all the side dishes are done. Lauren, that means we get our holidays back.
Right. And you know what? We, our QVC customers wanted this so bad for November, and we were lucky that we could make more for December. And I'm just so excited that we can be back with this because everybody loved it. Everybody had it for their sides for Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Carolyn, would you like to?
Well, thanks, Dan.
I know you love these.
Well, here's the thing. We love these year-round because you don't have to serve them all at once.
Exactly.
You can have one at a time. You can make 4 different meals out of these. And if you do want to have them all at once, get a couple of cookie sheets, put 2 on the top shelf, 2 underneath. They pretty much all go on about the same temperature for about the same amount of time, maybe give or take a few minutes. So there's all your side dishes. They're all cooking all at once.
I just need to let you know there's 2 ship dates. You can get it shipped immediately or the week of December 15th. The week of December 15th is really, really popular. All right, Carolyn, if I had to ask you to choose one and I twisted your arm, which was your favorite?
The broccoli.
I knew. Look at that, going for it.
Broccoli too.
I love the broccoli.
We were just talking
but
about
it's all
that.
good though because you know they're all delicious. There is not a bad one here.
How about the mac and cheese?
The mac and cheese is great. And I'm like you. I'm not a huge yam and sweet potato person except for these.
I know.
They're so good.
She made it taste like a dessert. That's
I know. And it couldn't be easier or more like homemade. So I'm going to take my broccoli rice.
Oh, good.
So you can say hi to Patty.
I will say hi to Patty.
Okay.
Carolyn says, hi, Patty. How are you? You're on with Dan and Lauren.
It's so nice to talk to y'all.
Well, thank you, Patty.
I was watching and watching because this was exactly what I really, really wanted.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Remember before the show we said Patty's looking for this today. We're going to bring it.
We said, here you go, Patty.
Just for you, Patty.
There you go. But I have found, I live alone now, which is okay. My husband's with the Lord.
Oh,
okay, but
you know where he
47,
is then.
47, yes. But anyway, let me tell you about this food. The taste is unbelievable, homemade, yummy, yummy.
Thank you.
To the tummy, I always say.
Oh, yeah.
Quick and easy. What I did was let them thaw just enough, and I took the little trays, and I put some of this, some of that, some of that, and I had like a little dinner, and then another dinner, another, and another, and I'm down to my last little dinner, so I said, oh, gee, here it comes.
We can't let you run out of your St. Clair's dinners.
No
way,
way.
Patty. Oh, man.
And the dressing is so delicious.
Yes.
I thought for a minute there, and when I was eating it one evening, I thought, my goodness, Patty O'Brien, did you make it yourself?
You know what? That is so funny. I was going to say, it really has that home-cooked taste to it, doesn't it?
It does.
It's so moist.
And did you find it so easy to prepare, Patty?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I call it quick and easy. I just sneak it in my microwave when that little bell goes off. I said, all right. I grab a glass of water, a cup of tea. I'm good to go.
You are
wonderful.
And no cleaning up.
Oh,
Exactly.
Patty,
Isn't that
is
great?
wonderful. If you had to say which one's your very favorite, which would you choose?
Oh, gee. How about all of them?
Okay, all of them. I
No,
like that.
but it is. But you know, the sweet potatoes, they have that homemade flavor.
Yes.
The mac
They
and
do.
cheese has the homemade, and the dressing. Oh my
So
goodness,
good.
yummers.
You know what? I've never been a big fan of dressing because it's always so dried out, but St. Clair's is moist and flavorful, and I love all the celery and the onion in there.
There
It's
you go.
phenomenal. Patty, what part of Florida do you live in?
I live in Babson Park, Florida. I've only been here a year.
Well, Patty, I'm so glad you called. It's an honor to meet you, and you know,
thank you.
I'm so glad you know where your husband is, and someday you'll see him again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, I was 47, and you know, I did this with my church friends, even back in South Carolina, where I'm from. I said, you know what? I know where he is, and I said, I know where he was when the Lord walked in that hospital room, and he said, okay. He said, George, you're going with me, and I just looked at him. And we just both smiled, and he just went very peacefully, very peacefully.
That is a beautiful story, and I hope you have a beautiful holiday season. Merry Christmas to you, Patty.
Y'all too, because I'm now my daughter and her child. Golly, I almost said her granddaughter. My granddaughter Danielle, and
I like that name.
it's going to be wonderful.
Good,
it's gonna
Patty.
Be gorgeous.
God bless you. Merry
you
Christmas.
too, sweetheart,
Thank
and y'all
you.
have wonderful holidays.
You too.
Enjoy everything, and I will be praying for y'all too, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Patty.
Patty. It
Thank
means
you.
a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Boy, Patty is a fan, and
Oh,
thousands
she
of people are a
is.
fan. In fact, 2,500 orders this month, and a lot of people in this show have
Wow.
dialed in for our St. Clair's. This is the ultimate. This is the original one you brought here.
This is the original.
9 years ago?
9 years ago. Can you believe that? We've been on QVC for 10 years, and this came on our very second year that we were
My
on.
goodness. So let's
it's
be
been a
clear
long
what this
time.
is. You get 4 trays,
Right.
2 pounds each of the best side dishes in the world. All you need is your main course. This is everything else. You got your mac and cheese, your southern cornbread, the broccoli and cheese casserole, the Dutch crust sweet potato casserole. This is the
Right.
December food of the month, the first combo. Look at this, and you can put it in your
yes.
temptations, right?
So this is 2 pans, one here and one here. We popped them right out of the container and baked it just like this, so they
Looks
melt
great.
together. It's perfect for a crowd if you get
Unbelievable.
more than one.
Yeah, so you get 2 of those containers of each. 2 1-pound containers. And Lauren's strong. She's got that.
got it.
Okay, I need a little mac and cheese. Let's go through again for someone that just
Right.
tuned in.
Getting all 4.
M23018 for $56.50 or 3 easy payments of $18.83. You have your holiday meal here, your Christmas meal, your New Year's meal. All you need is the main course. And what are we getting, Lauren?
This is the gourmet mac and cheese.
Don't forget about being your host.
I'm not going to forget you. There you go.
I love your mac and cheese.
And it is so creamy. We make it with real butter. We make it the old-fashioned way, like you would make it at home, but this way you don't have to do any of the work.
Well, you're a family business.
We are. We've been in business for 38 years.
Family
owned and operated. My brother, my dad, and my mom used to work. Now she's an official grandmother to my brother's kids.
That's
and
wonderful.
we've been. This is the sweet potato. I was going to tell you, this is my grandmother's recipe. Like I said, all in the family, and it's our Dutch crust sweet potato with the brown sugar topping.
Okay.
And then back
the
here,
brown sugar topping makes it.
Oh, it really does. It just gets nice and crispy on top. It's wonderful. And then we've got our broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole, and it's beautiful broccoli florets and the cheesy sauce. And it just bakes up beautifully for any night of the week with anything.
If I had to pick one item that I would present for 2 hours, this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
This is dinner.
But
It
you don't
really
have to
is.
work for 2 hours. How long do they
Exactly.
take? From frozen, what do I do?
Right, from frozen, you can put them all in at once if you want to. You don't have to do that. You can cook one at a time, so you'll have some left over from maybe a crazy weeknight or something like that. Yeah. They take about an hour in your oven. So I'm talking, you preheat your oven in an hour, you have dinner.
You got it.
It's
you
great.
get 8 2-pound containers, 4 each of the Southern Cornbread Classic Mac and Cheese Broccoli and Cheese Casserole, Dutch Crust Sweet Potato Casserole. My good friend, thank you. $56.50, $18.83 a month. M23018. I feel a presence. I feel like my good friend Frankie Avalon is in the house. Hello, my friend. How are you?
How are you?
I'm going to come in and taste your tiramisu.
Okay, good.
Okay. I know all of the ladies are so jealous right now. Look at me, I'm sitting right next to Frankie Avalon.
I'm sitting next to
dream
Carolyn.
come true. I just love this man. So Frankie, of course, you know, is very well known here for bringing his homemade Italian sausage. But one time and one time only, he brought